bit about recycling and how extremely necessary for our future?
Yes.
All right, great. Well, what I'm first going to do is tell you about something I would be willing to bet that at least half of this class didn't even know of its existence, but it's extremely shocking and horrible. It's something called the Pacific Trash Vortex. Some of you may have heard of this, but it's actually an 800-mile wide diameter flotilla of our trash that's just sitting out in the ocean in between California and Japan. And it's one of many, many signs of our just pollution and disregard for our world and our natural environment that we're gifted with. So what I'm going to do here is just let you see what this video has to say and then get into more detail on what I have. So it's just a short video clip. I didn't want to take and show the class a really long clip. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of clips like this available for y'all to check out on your own. So what I'm going to do is take advantage to speak to you. This isn't just one person or one group's fault. We can't point the finger at a government or a corporation, but it's just a major disregard or almost just misunderstanding or clueless nature that we have about how we affect our environment. You know, just simple things. Just I walk into class, I see a plastic water bottle. Hey, I like it. It's convenient. It allows me to drink something and throw it away. But the problem is, we produce 120 billion pounds of plastic a year, and none of it biodegrades. Nature can do nothing with it. So every year, we're just stacking more and more and more trash on top of our heads. And what it's going to cause is pollution and just the destruction of the environment that we all love, that we want to enjoy for the rest of our life and be able to pass on to future generations, our kids and others. And I'm going to show you a little bit of the stuff that I like. I am somewhat of a naturalist, and I'm going to let you see what we're actually fighting for here. So I titled my presentation Respect Life, just because I think that first you have to have a respect for life before you even want to protect life or do anything at all to benefit your environment. We have beautiful swamps in Louisiana. The nature, the wildlife, to me, it's worth protecting. We saw last summer one threat, not exactly the same as the trash vortex, but just the BP oil spill. Everybody felt that in this community. I'm just showing you some of the beautiful sights here that we have in the country. I now went to the beach, Grand Canyon, the falls, Niagara Falls. It's just beautiful. You know, Hawaii, we have Alaska. And I've been to some of these places, not all, but I hope to visit all these places and really be able to see the incredible animals and the incredible scenes that nature has to offer. These things are very beautiful, and a lot of us, we only ever get to see just pictures. We don't ever get to go on a safari or some of these other ideas that we've talked about in here. And in a second, you're going to go from the beauty to the darker side. I put also some pictures just of pollution, just the general thing that we turn our heads from. You know, if you drive down Nicholson, you get to the industrial area. Or if you drive into, like right here, acid rain, you know, you just see an entire forest killed from the air pollution that the clouds have absorbed and then produced through rain onto our nature. Polluted waterways. Just that's our water supply. That's what we have to drink. That's what other animals that we go fishing to go eat, that's what they live in. It's sick. It's disgusting. The BP oil spill. I mean, everybody's seen far too much coverage of that lately, but it's still something we can't forget. You know, it's like 9/11. You can't just say, "Oh, terrorism, that was a thing in the past." You know, these things are real and they're always going on. And it takes people consciously engaging in them to put up a fight for us, for our society and our future. There's the six-pack. You know, everybody gets the six-pack of beer or the six-pack of Coke or whatever. It's incredible. The beaches in the Pacific, due to this whole trash vortex, are being filled with trash, bottles, bags, containers, everything you can imagine, or they're just being filled with the way that the plastic degrades. It's actually not biodegradable, but it's photodegradable, which means light breaks it down, but it doesn't do much. It just puts it into much smaller particles. So beaches all across our world now, instead of having real sand, they have plastic particles. Not in Florida, not in these places we go because they pump in nice sand, but in beaches, and the more and more the years go, it's going to turn into just filth and nastiness. So what can we do? We have to first understand what is nature. Why do we appreciate nature? Well, there's a specific scientist, her name is Dr. Myers, and there's also a Millennium Environmental Assessment Consortium. I've looked at both of their surveys and their results from their kind of just surveys of what they ask the population. Nature does things for us besides survival. It also gives us psychological, spiritual, and emotional well-being. You know, I'm sure you've been on a family vacation. I know when I was younger, we went to the Grand Canyon. We saw it. It was amazing. Or not even a vacation. Just go out fishing. Go on the river. Go on the lake. Anything. And you have great times out there. It's fulfilling. It's satisfying. And, you know, it's just one of these things that we will lose if we don't actively stand up for it. Because if we just kind of say, oh, there's nothing I can do, or, you know, it's just me, the world's too big, I can't have that much of an impact, that's actually false. Everything starts at the individual level. And then through people having passion and desire, we act and encourage others to follow our example, or to at least do something with their own time and energy that would be productive and beneficial for society. So there's plenty of things you can do. I know everybody's seen this campaign. Reuse, reduce, recycle. It's simple. Whatever you don't have to have, just junk in your life, reduce that. Things that are good, don't just throw them out. Reuse them. And recycling. You can recycle all kinds of materials. You can recycle glass, you can recycle paper, you can recycle aluminum, tin, cardboard. You can recycle, I'm sure I'm not even listing all of it. You can get involved with compost in your own waste and trash, and then you can either use that for your own planting, vegetable gardens, or you can give it to somebody else who is actively involved in that. They'll not thank you enough, I'm sure. And just to get specific for you, so that way it's not general here, you know, you just use less. You recycle anything that you can. Bring your own reusable tote bags to the grocery store. Yeah, those dirty little bags that they're always trying to give you, they actually are beneficial when you see pictures like I just showed you. Because it puts it in your mind, why would I use this bag? I'm not using it just to be like some kind of environmental crusader in Winn-Dixie or something. No, I'm using it because I realize I'm not trying to fit an image or play a role, but it's worthwhile. It's good to do. And, you know, it's one thing that I've kind of just started doing, and I feel strange, but it's not really too much of a price to pay to be able to go see some of these amazing sites and make sure that my kids can as well, my grandchildren. Another one, you know, for instance, right here, like I saw, a water bottle. Get yourself one of these water bottles that you can reuse. One of these Nalgene bottles and all this. You know, all those hiker type people, they go on the mountains, they have all that gear. Well, they're doing it right. You know, they're enjoying the atmosphere, they're enjoying nature, they're experiencing all these great things. And I mean, if all you're going to do is just go to school and back, it's still worth having a water bottle you can use every day rather than one you're going to throw away 300 days a year. You know, you can also, when you're shopping, look for things made from recycled materials. There's a lot of stuff out there that we just glance right by that if you thought about it, you'd say, hey, I'm going to buy that because it's going to support something that I want to stand for, not just random trash. You know, somebody's actually put enough time and thought into their product to make me want to buy it. Hey, that's cool. I'll pay the extra 50 cents or whatever it may be. Buy food that's produced locally. Not only is it supporting your own economy, but you're actually getting involved now in using less energy. Rather than having somebody spend tons of money on packaging and fuel to transport food from halfway across the world, you can go to a farmer's market and rack up on some of the greatest things that people right around here in this community have to offer us. It's awesome. I love farmers markets. I suggest you go. You can come with me to one if you're interested. You know, if you see litter, after a big Tiger football win or something, we had tailgating. Great, have fun. I know I see those recycle bins all around. Use some. Throw your beer can in there, throw your plastic cup. But on Monday, you know that the facility services people haven't picked it all up, so when you walk into class, if you see something on the ground, stop, pick it up, put it in your recycling bin, you know, be a part of this effort. You can't do it with just a limited part of society. Everybody has to care somewhat. It's not like everybody has to be a crusader, just everybody has to care enough to do what you can where you are. Take part in a local cleanup. Go out with an organization sponsored through your parish or city. They have these things going on all the time, all year long. You could be on land. You can go out in the river, and you can really have a good half day spent on a Saturday morning. Go out with a couple friends or something and go through a riverbank and just clean up the trash that some animals would be getting in if it was there anywhere. Or it would just float out to the Pacific Trash Vortex eventually if you don't get it. You know, you can be just more mindful of what you are doing rather than just ignore your own action. Stop and think every so often, not every second, but maybe every week. Just think, you know, hey, what did I do this week? And this just isn't about recycling. This stuff can be used in all aspects of your life. I'm applying it to this, you know. Just stop and think, hey, what did I do this week to either be a part of a problem or be a part of a solution? If you're doing that, you're all right. You're going to be doing great things. And encourage change with your decisions and your votes. You know, your legislators, sometimes they hide out. I know lately I've been hearing reports of Jindal sending Facebook messages to students and avoiding real conversations, but that doesn't mean the students should give up. Be active, you know, fight your fight. Do what you want to do. Follow what you believe in. Let your values guide you. And at least at night you'll be able to sleep well and you'll be happy with what you've done, succeed or fail. But I bet you if you try, you'll probably find success, not failure. And you know, when you do these types of things, you act for your own benefit, for the benefit of your community around you, for your planet, and for the future. So it's hard to kind of make a commitment and take action, but once you do and you realize that you're benefiting all these people, it gives you the strength you need to go ahead and just make a small commitment. In recycling, very easy. I just went through this earlier. Plastic, glass, paper, cardboard, tin, aluminum. And all you have to do is when you get your trash, I'm going to start doing this myself. I haven't been recycling for 10 years or anything, but you know, this is worthwhile to start. So when you get your trash at the house, instead of having one trash can, get 3. And if you have a garage or something or a back porch, just keep them out of sight. You know, so whenever you're done with your party for the night, put all your cans in the can trash can. Or every single day when you come home and your mailbox has a new newspaper advertisement in it, well, you know what to do. Put it in the newspaper can. All these things can be done. And the best part about this is I did an investigation that took no less than 10 seconds. I Googled recycling in Baton Rouge. And I found out that Baton Rouge won a National Recycling Award. In 2007, this award was given to our community, local government. I don't know exactly who was behind it, but I saw Mayor Kip Holden's name attached to the website I was looking at. He wanted to put out an immediate public notice to all citizens that anyone interested in recycling could contact the Recycling Foundation at 225-925-3442. Or you can go online and register. And they actually come to your house, your apartment, where you live, and pick up your waste, your trash, bring it to somewhere that will sponsor your recycling effort. And the best part about it is, it's easy. A lot of these recycling efforts require people to sort. And I don't mean sort between glass, paper, plastic, all that. But I mean to actually sort. If you look at a container, you'll see like a number in between the recycling sign. It'll have a number 1 or number 8, 7, 2, whatever it may be. A lot of the programs encourage people or enforce people to sort not only plastic, but each plastic number by size and type. Baton Rouge doesn't even require that. All it requires us to do is take the smallest initiative, and we can make a big difference. So really, guys, that's my plea to you today. If you enjoy, like I do, all the nature, all the benefits, the good times, the inspiration that you can draw from that, just pay a little bit. You know, you can't get a free lunch. There's no such thing. So make a small commitment. Just buy a water bottle, or you know, don't use a plastic bag at the grocery store. Or if you're ready for it, try to recycle and see how far or how long you can do it. But I promise you, you won't be let down, and you'll be glad that you did. Thank you. much.